Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled in the valley of rolling green hills, there lived a woman named Clara. She was known for her radiant smile that could light up even the gloomiest of days. But behind that smile lay a heart burdened by an unspeakable sorrow. Clara was a widow, having lost her husband, Henry, 5 years ago in a tragic accident. She had spent years blaming herself, thinking that her actions somehow contributed to the calamity. Clara and Henry had been married for 10 years, and their love was one that stories were made of. They met at a local fair, where Clara was selling her handmade candles, and Henry was a carpenter showcasing his wooden sculptures. It was love at first sight, and soon after they built a life together. Henry's laughter filled their small cottage, and Clara's candles lit their home with warmth and love. But fate had other plans. One rainy evening, Henry went to deliver a sculpture to a nearby town and never returned. His carriage slipped off the muddy road and into the ravine below. Clara's world shattered that day. The once vibrant woman became a shadow of herself. She stopped making candles, stopped visiting the town, and locked herself in her cottage, consumed by grief. Friends and neighbors tried to console her, but their words felt hollow. She believed she didn't deserve happiness, that her joy had somehow angered the heavens. Years passed, and Clara remained in her shell until one fateful morning. As the sun rose over the hills, a knock echoed through her door. Reluctantly, Clara opened it to find a young girl, no older than 10, shivering in the cold. The child's name was Lily, and she had run away from the orphanage in the neighboring town. Her eyes were filled with tears, and she clutched a small, tattered teddy bear. "Please, Mom," Lily whispered. "I'm so cold and hungry. Can you help me?" Clara's first instinct was to turn the child away, afraid of opening her heart again, but something in Lily's eyes mirrored her own pain. Against her better judgment, she let the girl in, fed her warm soup, and gave her a blanket to wrap around her tiny frame. Days turned into weeks, and Clara found herself caring for Lily as if she were her own. Lily brought a sense of purpose back into Clara's life. She started making candles again, showing Lily how to pour wax and weave the wicks. The little girl's laughter began to fill the cottage, much like Henry's had once done. One day, as they worked on a batch of lavender-scented candles, Lily asked Clara a question that stopped her in her tracks. "Miss Clara, why are you so sad? Your heart feels heavy, like my teddy bear when it's wet." Clara's hands trembled as she put down the candle mould. She hadn't spoken about Henry to anyone in years, but something about Lily's innocent curiosity made her open up. She told Lily everything about Henry, the accident, and the guilt that had consumed her. Lily listened intently, and then said something Clara would never forget. "My mama used to say that when people leave us, they don't want us to stop living. They want us to find new things to smile about, so they can smile too, wherever they are." Those words unlocked something in Clara. She realized that by shutting herself away, she had not honored Henry's memory, but rather buried it under layers of guilt and sorrow. She decided it was time to change. Clara and Lily began venturing into the village together. Clara reopened her candle shop, and Lily became her little assistant, charming customers with her bright smile and quick wit. The villagers welcomed them warmly, and soon the shop became the heart of the community. One evening, a stranger entered the shop. He was a traveller named James, passing through the village. James was kind, with a gentle demeanour and an appreciation for Clara's craftsmanship. Over time, he became a regular visitor, sharing stories of his travels and helping Clara and Lily with their work. Slowly, Clara found herself smiling more, laughing more, and even daring to dream of a future. James and Clara grew close, but Clara was hesitant. She felt it was wrong to let someone into her heart again. One night, as they sat under the stars, James spoke. "Clara, we all have scars. Some are visible, some are not. But they don't make us weak. They remind us that we survived. You've built a beautiful life here, not just for yourself, but for Lily too. Don't be afraid to share it." Those words stayed with Clara. She realized that her love for Henry didn't have to end for her to find happiness again. It was a part of her, and it always would be, but it didn't have to define her future. Years later, Clara and James married in a small ceremony, surrounded by friends and neighbours. Lily stood by their side, holding the bouquet. Together they created a life filled with love, laughter, and hope. Clara's candles lit homes across the valley, a symbol of the warmth and light she had found again. The story that never ends. As decades passed, Clara, James, and Lily became symbols of resilience and hope. Their small village, once quiet and unassuming, transformed into a destination for those seeking comfort and inspiration. People travelled from far and wide to visit their shop, to hear their story, and to carry a piece of their light back home. Lily's dream of helping orphaned children grew even larger. She expanded the Haven of Dreams to multiple cities, ensuring that every child who felt lost could find love, education, and warmth. Clara's candles continued to burn, lighting up homes across the world, spreading not just fragrance, but a message: love, resilience, and the power of second chances. In her final years, Clara sat in her favourite chair, overlooking the village she had once wanted to leave. She watched as children ran through the streets, artists painted in the square, and visitors found solace in her story. She had turned her pain into something beautiful, something eternal. And as the last candle burned in her hands, she smiled, knowing that the light would never truly fade. It would live on in every flicker, in every soul she had touched, and in every heart that believed in the magic of redemption and new beginnings. Thank you for listening to this heartfelt story. If you enjoyed it, be sure to explore more comforting tales on our channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring journeys. Let's keep spreading the light, one story at a time.